And just placing the hands upon the knees or on the lap, maybe your first finger and thumb together. Rotate the shoulders back and down. And just begin to allow the body to melt down on these hot days. Imagine yourself like an ice lolly, popsicle that's just beginning to melt and simmer down. Feel the points of contact, maybe of your sitting bones or your legs upon the ground or your feet upon the ground. Just notice the body resting down now. And just close the eyes. Take a few moments here and just breathe. I'd like you to begin by just beginning to welcome sounds around you. So any external noises, any senses, or any smells, anything you notice. You might hear birds, you might hear traffic. Just welcome it all in now with acceptance and love. And allow these sounds to become part of you today. Allow them to move through you and around you, as though there's no separation. And then bringing your attention towards your breath. So just notice the body part by part, taking a brief body scan, and as you do so, just bringing the awareness to your breath. Gentle inflow and outflow. And maybe noticing where in the body you feel the breath most predominantly, maybe in the belly, maybe in the chest. There's no right or wrong, just noticing now. If you wish to, placing right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Follow this journey of the breath, maybe imagining now you're breathing an ocean of air around you. Breathe it in, down a waterfall in your throat, towards a lake in your belly. So as you breathe in, you feel the belly rising. And as you breathe out, notice this breath from the lake in your belly, waterfall in your throat, back out to your ocean of air. Steady breaths, flowing like water, in and out. Filling the body with fresh, new energy, and as you breathe out, just releasing any toxins, any unwanted, stagnant energy you may be holding in the body. You might want to give this breath a colour, maybe a colour like water. Imagine it flowing in to every part of your body, cleansing and clearing. And as you breathe out, maybe imagining this water like a cloud evaporating, drawing away any tension. Maybe if there's any areas of tightness in the body or discomfort, send that breath down to those areas, cleansing them with this breath, this healing breath, and breathe it back out, letting it go. And when you're ready, just tilting the head ever so slightly to the left now. We're going to bring attention to the thoughts of the mind. So just become aware of any thoughts that are going on, any stories, any concerns. This is what the mind does, so try not to push them away, but just begin to notice whatever's going on. Welcome them in with compassion. And let them move like clouds in the sky past you. Coming and going, these thoughts with every breath. Just breathe them out, let them move on. And then bring the head back to center. Lovely. Maybe just imagining you're placing a little seed in your heart space. Positive intention now. This might be just a word like peace or love or healing. Whatever comes to mind, plant it like a positive little seed and allow that seed just to bury itself deep in the heart space. And when you're ready, bring the palms of the hands together. We're going to rub the palms and place them over the closed eyes, shoulders down. Opening your eyes in darkness when you're ready. And just allow the hands to melt down away from the face, opening your eyes in your own time. Lovely. So interlocking the fingers, turn the palms away. You can change the cross of the legs if you have your legs crossed. And take the arms up and overhead, lengthen through the spine. Maybe slight bend in the elbows, drop the shoulders to create space here. And just breathe, feel that wonderful length through the spine, but that grounded energy still through the sitting bones. Smiling to yourself as you lengthen and stretch, and then we're just going to take the hands, shake them out, get the prana moving and flowing. Nice. So we'll do the same again, interlock the fingers, swap them over, try not to think about it, turn the palms away, arms up, shoulders down, elbows slightly bent if you need to, and again just lengthen and stretch. Wonderful, guys. This time just circling the wrists out to the sides. We're going to take right hand over and left arm up and over the ear. Bend that lower elbow slightly to make space in the shoulder. Breathing there. And then coming back up, we'll do the same on the other side. Slide the left hand away. Top arm comes up and over. Moving in time with the breath, in your own time with your own breath. No rush, no stress or strain, moving like a beautiful piece of seagrass, the bottom of a warm tropical ocean. So just moving with fluidity, with ease, one side to the other. And then float both arms up. We're going to take a twist over to the left, opposite hand to knee, back hand behind you. So try and allow that twist to come from the upper body rather than the head and neck. Allow the head and neck just to stay comfortable in line with the spine. Keep the right hand upon the knee. We're going to take the back hand up and over the ear into a side twist. Come back to center, float both arms up. Do the same on the other side. Left hand to knee. Keeping the hand upon the knee, take the top arm up and over, reaching and lengthening. And then come back to center. Wonderful, guys. You can change the cross of the legs again if you wish to. Moving through the head and neck, we're just going to turn the head over towards the right shoulder. Breathing in here. We're going to draw a half circle with the chin towards the chest, all the way across to the opposite shoulder. Deep breath in as you arrive. Deep breath out upon your journey. Moving your own time with your own breath. This time we're going to move the head across the horizon. Imagine you're scanning a vast ocean for boats at sea, looking out for the sails. The shoulders relaxed and soft. Deep breath in as you arrive. Breathing out on your journey. When you're ready to coming back to center this time, looking up, drop the jaw. And as you breathe out, make the back of the neck nice and long, chin towards the chest. Wonderful, guys. Come back to center when you're ready. Tilting the head now over towards the right. And if you wish to, you can bring that right hand towards the opposite temple and bring the other hand down towards the ground, lengthening through the spine. Or maybe bringing the back of the hand towards the opposite hip or thigh to open out through that left shoulder. Tuck the chin in towards the chest ever so slightly. So there should be no stress through the neck, through the shoulder. allowing like fluid water, like that waterfall of energy moving from the head to the heart to the head. So again, we tend to carry a lot of stress in this area. It tends to be like there's a blockage between the head and the heart. Stress begins to accumulate in the shoulders, so just breathing it out like liquid, like flowing cool water. Let it go. Maybe just saying to yourself, I let go completely on every exhalation. Come back to center when you're ready. We do the same on the other side. Doing exactly the same. Tuck the chin in slightly. I let go completely. I let go of tension, of stress, of anxiety. I let everything flow through me like water. Coming back to center. Well done, guys. Fingertips in towards the hips. Open out the chest. Big up the chest now. Draw the chin towards the chest or drop the head back. Just be mindful of the head and neck. And then when you're ready, we're going to come forward onto all fours. So moving your block. Moving any supports you have. So making sure your wrists are roughly in line with your shoulders, knees roughly in line with your hips, and we're just going to sway the hips from side to side. Drop the head now. As you internalize this movement, just checking in, seeing how the body's feeling today. Really begin to make circles with those shoulders, bending one elbow, then the other. And maybe just drawing circles with the hips now. So closing your eyes, moving the hips in a clockwise position. Move in your own time with your own breath. You can make these circles as big or as small as you wish. If you want to, you can draw the weight back almost towards a child's pose, and then shuffle the hands a little further forward, and you can take the weight all the way into an upward dog. Or just keep it that bit smaller. Just see what feels good for you today. Try not to stress or strain the body or push it into a position that you think you should be in. It's a wonderful opportunity just to listen to the body. Wonderful, guys. Changing direction with your circles, anti-clockwise now. Keep a slight bend in the elbows. And then we're going to take the weight back now into a child's pose. So you can keep the toes together, knees wide if you wish to, or keep the knees together. If you're tight in the shoulders, making a triangle with the hands really helps here, and keep the elbows wide. Or you can take the hands back towards the feet. Close your eyes, forehead down, and just surrender and release here. Wonderful, guys. From here we're going to come to lying on our backs. We'll do a few core strength exercises. So just release the spine, and before we do, we just lengthen and stretch through the whole body. Lengthen through the arms, through the legs, make the body as long as you possibly can. Breathe in to lengthen and stretch, and as you breathe out, just let everything flop down. Take your time here. Breathe in to lengthen and stretch. Wriggle fingers and toes if that feels good, and as you breathe out, just let go. One more time. And release. Lovely, guys. Breathe in to lengthen and stretch. As you breathe out, we'll banana the body over to one side. So maybe just shuffling the feet over to the left corner of the mat, upper body over to the left as well. Try and keep that right hip down if you can. And if it's available to you and you want to, you can take that right ankle over the left ankle to increase the stretch, but if not, just keep that right foot down. So it's a nice passive stretch here, not too much effort. Release, just drape the arms overhead if you're tight in the shoulders today, or grabbing hold of opposite elbows or wrists is fine. Again, with that theme of letting go, say to yourself, I let go completely of any holding, of any stress or tension held in the body. I soften, I surrender completely. It helps for you just to repeat any of those mantras in your mind, any words that resonate with you. I soften, I surrender completely. Wonderful, guys. In your own time, just doing the same over the other side, so shuffling the feet over to the opposite corner. Do exactly what you did on the other side. I soften, I surrender completely to this present moment, in the here and in the now. I am fully present. Noticing those sounds around you once again. Allow the sounds to wash through you. Welcome them in to this present moment awareness. Taking a nice deep breath once again as you come back to center. So lengthening and stretching. This time we're going to bend the knees. Raise the hips up into a bit of a bridge. So raising the hips, coming up, palms facing down. And then as you breathe out, lowering back down, vertebra by vertebra. So we'll do this a few times, imagining that warm bowl of water in the hips. As you breathe, lifting the hips up, making sure your knees are in line with your hips, which are in line with your ankles. And once again, lowering down, vertebra by vertebra. To release. Wonderful, guys. One more time. Nice deep breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, raise and lift. If you wish to, you can interlock the fingers under the body so you're squeezing a lemon, drawing the chin towards the chest, or just keep the palms down. Raise the hips only as far as is comfortable. Release the hands when you're ready, and slowly come back down. Just allow the knees to fall into one another. Rest the hands upon the belly in a triangular position, and just rest there for a few moments. When you're ready, bring the feet back in line with the hips. We're going to draw our attention now to our core strength. So breathing in, feel your natural arch created in the spine. As you breathe out, begin to engage your pelvic floor and your lower tummy muscles. So you're pressing the lower part of your body down into the ground. Keep the shoulders soft and relaxed. Engaging your bandhas, your uddiyana bandha, your mula bandha, these areas where the muscles meet. And then release and relax completely. If you wish, you can take the hands behind the head, interlock the fingers. Keep the elbows soft, breathing in, natural arch in the spine. As you breathe out, begin to engage. This time, draw the chin towards the chest, so lifting the head up. Keep the elbows soft, keep the head and neck relaxed. Allow the hands to take the weight of the head. So we're really isolating this area of our core strength today. You can close the eyes or look towards the space between the legs and release back down. Take a few breaths, breathing in to prepare. Breathing out to engage and lift. releasing back down when you're ready, hugging the knees in towards your chest. We're going to bring both feet back down and we're just going to cross over the left knee over the right. And then grabbing hold of opposite shins or knees, doesn't matter. If your hands aren't quite reaching, it all feels a bit tight. You can even take a belt and just wrap it round the front of the legs. If it's available to you, you can grab hold of the ankles, just do what feels good for you, or keep the arms down beside you. Coming into a lying twist, just breathing there. Unravel your legs, just swoosh the knees from side to side, and we'll do the same on the other side. So take your right leg over left, hugging your folded legs in towards you, and just breathe. Wonderful, guys. Lengthen and stretch through the whole body, rotating wrists and ankles. And then we're just going to come over to one side, so just shuffling the body over, maybe over to your right side, lengthen out through your arm. We're just going to pulse that top foot up and back down. So you've got a couple of options here. You can stack one foot on top of the other. You can raise both feet away from the ground or keep the bottom foot down. And I sometimes like to bend that lower leg just to keep myself a bit more stable. So just breathing there with that left foot flexed. Pulsing up and back down, and time with your breath. Wonderful, guys. And then making circles with that top foot. So we're switching on the core once again, and we're also moving into the gluteal muscles, and we're stretching out the IT band. So we're lengthening and stretching all this area of our core now. That helps us to support our practice, and also if we go running or walking, supports all different types of fitness as well, keeping this area stable and strong. Changing the direction of the circles when you're ready. And then keep the foot hovered, and we're just going to kick up and back with that heel. Wonderful, guys. Lowering down, bending both knees. We're just going to rub and tap that top hip, the glutes, all the way around that hip joint, just releasing any tension. Wonderful. Keeping the heels together. This time just drawing the top knee up and back down. Lovely. Lowering that knee. Again, rub and a tap. And if you wish to from here, we can take that top leg right up towards the ceiling or sky. So that lower knee can shuffle back now to keep yourself stable. Take hold of the foot, the toe, the leg, keep the knee bent, do whatever feels good for you. Just breathe it out. Bend that knee and just sweep the foot back behind you now. So keeping both legs together, we're just sweeping the legs behind us. So we're coming into a bit of a mini back bend. Shuffle your knees back, reach back towards your feet. Doesn't matter if you don't touch the toes or feet. It's not important. Just making sure that you get that lovely lateral stretch, that you're opening out through the hips. And then when you're ready, you can just swivel over to the other side. Doing the same on this side. Do whatever you did on the other side, stacking one foot on top of the other. Pulsing that top foot up and back down with the foot flexed. Moving in your own time with your own breath. Making circles with that top foot. So you begin to notice this core area automatically switches on to keep yourself stable. You can also feel the benefits through the thighs, through the glutes, and then change direction of the circles. And then just kicking up and back as though you're turning on a positive light switch. And then lower down, bending at the knees, heels in line with the bottom, rub and tap that top hip, releasing any tension here. And the muscles from the hip joints. Keep the heels together and just pulsing that top knee up and back down. In time with your breath. And then lowering down. We'll do the same on this side, so just taking the leg all the way up, shuffling that lower knee back to keep yourself stable. Just breathe it out there with the hand upon the leg, foot or big toe. Enjoy that wonderful side stretch. Bend that top knee, sweep the foot back behind you. And again, just jut those hips forward as you draw the knees behind you, lengthening and opening through the spine, through the front body. And then we'll just curl onto our fronts now into Sphinx posture. So elbows roughly in line with the shoulders. Bring the feet nice and wide. So if there's any tension in the lower back today, any pinching, just take the arms further away from the body. If there's that dull ache in the lower spine, then that's a good ache. So we'll breathe into that. Keep the feet wide. Maybe just crossing over at the elbows so that your fingers are in line with the elbows, and then spread the palms. So if you're finding it hard to come up from here, it might be that your elbows are too far back, so just shuffle them a little further forward. Push through the forearms, draw the shoulders away from the ears, spread the hands, spread the fingers, press the palms down. And just breathe into the lower back, open the heart space. Breathe in there. And then we're just going to make a triangle with the hands, rest the head to one side and just relax completely. Imagine you're on a warm, sunny beach. On the nice warm sand, and the sun is caressing your back, making you feel completely relaxed. Turn the head in the opposite direction. And then come back to center, drawing the chin towards the chest. Bring the feet a little closer towards one another. We're going to come to alternate leg and arm raises. So just taking your right leg out nice and straight, your left leg out, your right arm, and then lower down, back with your chin towards your hands. Nice deep breath in to prepare. Raising left hand and right leg, and breathing. Doesn't matter which way, just moving in your own time with your own breath. Deep breath in to prepare. Deep breath out to lift and raise. Couple more times in your own time with your own breath. Lovely. This time we're going to open the arms out. So your arms are your elbows stay bent, they're going to come wide, and you're reaching your elbows back in towards your sides. Raising the top body up and then lower down. Rest the head to one side and just breathe. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, coming back onto all fours. We'll come into a side stretch from here, so into gate posture. So keeping your left hand down, your left knee down, sweeping that left foot back slightly so you're keeping yourself stable. And then come onto the foot, the instep of that right foot. We're going to take the top arm up. You can look up towards that top hand. Breathing there. Open gate posture. Wonderful, guys. We'll do the same on the other side when you're ready. Right knee down, sweep that right foot back a little, hand in line with the knee, instep the left foot, and again looking up. Wonderful, guys. Come back to all fours when you're ready. We're going to tuck the toes under and come into a downward dog. So just release the head and the neck here. Keep the feet nice and wide, keep the hands wide. Bend the elbows slightly, bend the knees slightly to begin with. Just create a bit of space. Let the head hang, a couple of yeses or nos, and then you can begin to lengthen through the legs and push through the hands. Just make sure this feels like you're creating space in the posture. Rotate the shoulders away from the ears. Drop the head, look towards the space between the legs. And just breathe. Bend one knee, then the other from here, walking the dog. And then walking the feet towards the hands. Keep the feet in line with the hips. Bend the knees, allow the body to rest over the thighs. Grab hold of opposite elbows here. And just hang down. Release the hands, bring the feet a little closer. We're going to bring the hands to shins, nice flat back, like you're carrying a tray of cups or glasses on your back. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, bring the hands towards the back of the ankles, draw the nose towards the knees, slight bend in the knees if you need to. So the nose doesn't have to be touching the knees, it's just an intention. And then we're going to bring the feet hip distance apart once again, bend those knees and bring yourself up to standing very slowly and mindfully. Be sure to grab yourself a glass of water. Wonderful, guys. So just coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet hip distance apart. Spread the toes from here. Really get that grounded earth energy going on. So get the little toes down, followed by second toes, thumbs of the big toes, thumbs up, and then begin to draw them down. Think of the weight being dispersed around the feet, but make sure that there's a slight raise in the arch. So I tend to have quite collapsed arches, so just overcompensate for that, maybe just by stroking the arch of the foot. I know it sounds strange, but it just reminds that muscle to stay slightly alert so that the weight is dispersed around the feet, not just collapsing in towards the arch. So come to standing in mountain pose, arms beside you. Maybe draw the weight forward over to one side and back, over to the other side. Just find your center here today. Close your eyes and re-establish those roots through the feet. Imagine them connecting with the rock deep down in the earth where that little positive seed you planted is placed. Reconnect with that positive intention. Just take a few breaths here. I am grounded. I am secure. I belong. Allow either one of those or all of those mantras to resonate with you. Repeating them in your mind's eye. I am grounded. I am secure. I belong. Imagine yourself like a tree planted down, steady and strong as you open your eyes and bring the hands together at the heart center. Wonderful, guys. We're going to take the hands out in front of us. Bring the feet a little wider, heels in. Bring the hands towards the shoulders. Bend the knees. You don't have to go down too far, but draw the elbows up as you breathe in and out as you breathe out. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out, smiling to yourself. Rotate the shoulders back and down. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Lovely, guys. Moving in the opposite direction. So think of drawing your elbows behind you. Coming up. Breathing out. Lovely. more time. Lovely. Shimmer and shake the hands and the body. Bring the feet a little wider, elbows facing in, toes out. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in as the arms come up and overhead, and breathe out. Breathing in to come up. Arms come up, breathing out. Lovely. Moving into the shoulders once more. We're going to bend at the knees slightly. So imagine you're an imaginary horse, not too far down. We're going to take right hand in front of you, palm to face you. Left arm comes under. Bring the backs of the hands together or bring the palms of the hands together. As you sit on your imaginary horse, press the palms of the hands together, opening out through the shoulders. Breathing there. Lovely, guys. Take the arms wide. Lengthen and stretch. Maybe come up onto the tiptoes if that feels good. And breathing out. Breathing in. Give yourselves a hug. Right arm over left. Nice big squeeze. And then opening out. Lovely. Shimmer and shake. Do the same on the other side. So left arm comes out in front of you, palm to face you. Right arm under. Backs of the hands or palms together. Again, sitting on that imaginary horse, press the palms of the hands together as you open through the shoulders, smiling to yourself as you do. We'll take a little circle here if that feels okay for you, so the elbows can come round. Just be mindful of the spine, don't go down too far. Small circles with the elbows, and then change directions. Take the arms wide, lengthen and stretch, shake it out. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs, and then come back to centre. Nice. So we'll come towards the front of our mats now into sun salutation. So with our summer solstice, don't worry, we won't do many of these. But we're just going to do a few as it's very hot today. Sun salutations for the summer solstice. Giving thanks for the sun, for the warmth, for the summertime. Lovely. So bring the hands towards the lower back, fingertips facing up towards the upper spine. Engage this core that we've been working into as we jump the hips forward. So open, mini back bend, opening from the hips. Draw the elbows back, open through the heart space, breathing in. And then come back to center. Lovely. When you're ready, bring the palms of the hands together, interlock the fingers. First finger points up, Charlie's Angel style. Take the arms up, in line with the ears, hips come forward into your mini back bend. As you breathe out now, folding forward from the hips, bend the knees slightly, all the way down, forward fold, let the head hang. Bring the hands to the shins, nice flat back. And then we'll bring the hands down. We're going to step the right foot followed by the left into a plank position. If that's too much today, just keep the knees down. Slight bend in the elbows if you need to, spread the palms. Maybe just looking towards the space between the hands and breathe. When you're ready, lower the knees down, tuck the elbows in, coming up into an up dog, low cobra or sphinx. And then back onto all fours, tuck the toes under, into your downward dog, taking 3 nourishing breaths here. Nice deep breaths. Wonderful, guys. Bending one knee then the other. You can walk, step or jump the feet back towards the hands. Feet hip distance apart, bend the knees. Slowly, slowly coming up, vertebra by vertebra, back to standing. Lovely. So do that one again. Palms of the hands together, interlock the fingers, arms in line with the ears, mini back bend, coming forward from the hips, all the way down, forward fold. Wonderful. Bring the hands to shins, nice flat back. This time stepping left foot followed by right into your plank position. Breathing there. Draw the knees down. When you're ready, tuck the elbows in, coming up into an up dog, low cobra or sphinx. And then coming back onto all fours, tuck the toes under, into your downward dog. Well done, guys, you're doing really well. Take it steady. If you're feeling quite hot, just move slowly and mindfully. We're going to bend one knee then the other. Bring the feet back towards the hands. Bend the knees, coming up slowly, slowly. Lovely, well done everyone. So we'll come into Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B. So when you're ready, bring the palms of the hands together. We're going to take the arms up this time and we're going to swan dive down. So turn the palms away as the hips come forward, the heart comes forward all the way down. Bring the hands to shins, nice flat back. Bring the hands down. This time we're going to step the right foot back. Bring the right knee down, release the right foot. So drawing the weight now up, so we can come up here. Make sure that this area of the tummy is slightly engaged to support the spine. So you don't want to collapse into the back, overarching the spine. Just keep it nice and steady here. And you can even come up a little bit further if that feels better. Do what feels good for you today. Keep this area stable of the back. Take the arms up, shoulders away from the ears, or if you wish to, move the weight forward. Try not to collapse in that lower back, that's all. Breathing there, slight bend in the elbows. We'll come into a twist from here, so bringing the palms of the hands together, opposite elbow to knee. You can look towards the fingertips and push the top hand into the bottom hand. So as you do that, helps you to increase into a twist. And if you want to, you can tuck the back toes under and just breathe there. Wonderful, guys. Come back, step back into plank, taking 3 nourishing breaths. Lower the knees, tuck the elbows in, coming back up into your up dog, sphinx, low cobra, whatever feels good. And back into your downward dog, taking 3 nourishing breaths. Steady breaths here, just let it all go. Bending one knee then the other. So you can walk, step, or jump the feet back. The feet hip distance apart as you bend the knees and reverse swan dive. Taking the arms wide. Lovely, well done guys. Staying with that flow, we're going to do the same on the other side. So palms together, arms up, swan diving down from the hips, slight bend in the knees to support the back. Bring your hands to shins, nice flat back. This time stepping the left foot back behind you, lowering that left knee and left foot. And again, coming up, do what feels good for you. Take whatever option feels best in that kind of 90-degree angle, taking the arms up. If you want to, you can take the weight forward, sinking into that front hip. But don't allow that spine to be over-compromised. Keep it steady there. Keep it supported as you drop the shoulders. Wonderful, guys. Breathing there. I am steady. Lovely. We're coming to our twist. Palms of the hands together. Opposite elbow to knee. Push the top hand into the bottom. Do whatever you did on the other side. If you tuck the back toes under, or kept the knees down. Just breathe it out there. Well done, everyone. Doing really well. When you're ready, step back into a plank position. We're going to lower the knees down here and lower the whole body. Bring the feet as wide as your mat, make a triangle with the hands, and just relax here. Resting the head to one side. Maybe just wriggling the hips, just ease out any tension from the hips here. Allow the whole front body just to melt into the earth beneath you as you surrender and release. Relaxing completely. Moving the head to the other side. Wonderful, guys. We'll come into our flapping fish posture. So Imagining you have a magnet on the end of your right elbow and right knee, and just move them in towards one another, making the left side long. Rest the head down as though you're lying in bed. Releasing through that right hip, just allow it to melt down into the earth beneath you. Make sure your chin slightly tucked in towards your chest. There's no stress on the neck. You're resting on your left cheek. Just relax here. Doing the same on the other side when you're ready. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, I'm going to bring the weight back into a child's pose. So draw the weight back towards the heels, hands back towards the feet, maybe closing the eyes and just settling here. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, slowly peel the spine up. Draw the feet out in front of you, feet as wide as the mat. We're just going to rock the knees from side to side, easing out through the lower back and spine. I'm going to take the legs nice and long once again, lying on our backs, lengthening through the arms, rotating wrists and ankles one direction and the other. We're going to breathe in to lengthen and stretch, and as you breathe out, draw the right knee in towards your chest, maybe just making circles with that right foot. We're going to come into a twist from here, so left hand to right knee. Just begin to draw the knee across the body, taking the right arm out to the side. So just be mindful of the back. If there's any issues with your spine, the mid-back, anything, you might not want to go too far into your twist. Use that left hand to support the knee. Just breathe it out there. Take a few deep breaths. And when you're ready, bring that knee back to center, then out to the side for reclined tree posture. Taking your arms overhead, flex that left foot as you bring the hands, maybe the hands together or just lightly touching with the fingertips. Drape the elbows wide as though you're stood in tree, and just breathe. Wonderful, guys. When you're ready, lengthen and stretch. Rotate both wrists and ankles. Breathe in to lengthen. As you breathe out, draw the left knee in towards you, rotating the left ankle. Right hand to left knee, coming into your twist. Not too far, using that right hand to support the knee as you breathe. More deep breaths here. When you're ready, bring that knee back to center, then out to the side, draping the arms overhead, flexing that right foot in your tree position, and just breathe. Taking 3 nourishing breaths in through the nose, releasing, sighing out through the mouth. Saying to yourselves, I let go completely. When you're ready, coming back to center, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Rocking the knees from side to side. When you're ready now, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, so bringing the soles of the feet in towards one another, and just allow the knees to fall out to the sides. If you do have a couple of rolled up cushions or blankets and you want to tuck them right under the hips, then please do so. And if it feels too much for the lower back, if there's any niggling going on, then just keep the feet as wide as your mat and drop the knees opposite, so drop them in towards one another as I'm doing now. So this is also a nice option. You can make a triangle with the hands, just rest them on the lower belly, do what feels good for you today, and just breathe there. Maybe taking a few golden thread breaths here, in through the nose, softly out through the lips. Make a tiny parting with the lips and allow the breath just to pour from the lips like a smooth golden thread of healing breath. Saying to yourselves, I let go completely. Stay as you are here. We'll take the legs long now for Shavasana. Maybe if there's any niggles in the lower back with a rolled up blanket under the knees, just do what feels good for you. Arms resting down beside you. Bring the feet a little bit wider this time. Imagine a wave of healing light spreading from the crown of the head all the way down, washing down your body through into each part of your body, every cell, every limb, like liquid moving down. Melting, softening each part of the body with every breath. Imagine this light, like liquid, healing liquid, moving down from your head, down your neck, shoulders and arms, like healing light, softening and healing every part of your body, and continuing to move down, all the way down towards your toes. Imagine your whole body filled with this healing light now, radiating from the inside out. Imagine that you're drawing this energy now back in towards your body, in towards your heart. Drawing that energy in towards your heart space, and imagine it radiating that little seed that you planted. Imagine that blossoming now like a beautiful tree or lotus flower in your heart space as that healing light shines upon you and that little seed. So loved ones near or far can feel that healing light of the summer solstice. Spread it like the sunshine, as far and as wide as you wish to. Bring it back in towards your heart space, and imagine that light now closing off in your heart, knowing that that's there whenever you need it. Bringing maybe right hand to your belly and left hand to your heart now. Noticing the ebb and flow of the breath as the body breathes itself without any effort from you. Having a sense of gratitude towards that life-giving breath, towards your body. And when you're ready, we're going to wiggle the fingers and toes, taking your arms overhead for a final stretch, just rotating wrists and ankles, and then bending the knees, bringing the feet down towards the ground, maybe arms down towards your sides as you lift the hips up and back down, placing the spine down, hugging the knees in towards your chest, relaxing the shoulders. Resting the hands upon the knees, maybe just taking a gentle rock from side to side. Keeping the hands on the knees, drawing circles with the knees, releasing out through the lower back and spine, making circles in one direction then the other. Maybe toes together, knees drawing in opposite directions. Do whatever feels good. And when you're ready, take the weight over to one side, resting here for a few moments with the eyes closed. And when you're ready, turn the palms down and bring yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. Resting the hands on the knees or on the lap. Closing your eyes to internalize once more. Notice how you're feeling with a gentle awareness as we bring the palms of the hands to the heart space. Chant of Om just once to end the practice. When you're ready, nice deep breath in. Om. Lovely, guys, rubbing the palms together, placing the palms over the closed eyes, shoulders down. Opening your eyes in darkness when you're ready. And just allow the hands to melt down away from the face like warm candle wax. Opening your eyes in your own time. Bringing the hands to the head for the right thoughts, to the mouth for the right words, and to the heart for the right intention. Namaste.